Ah, man. Apex, Apex, Apex. I mean, when you were one of the best battle royales of all time, you know what I'm saying? Hyped when you came out in like 2019, making waves. Everyone thought you were going to beat Fortnite once and for all. And after all these years, how you have fallen off so hard, I didn't even think it personally could happen. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I didn't think such a good game could fall off this hard. But I mean, the state of the game is pretty sad. They're kind of getting desperate. I'm not gonna lie. They're kind of getting desperate doing whatever it takes to, renovate and revitalize their game. But at this point, there's not much they can do, and people have had enough. We want a certain game that I'll say at the end, but this can't go on forever. So anyway, let me break down why I truly believe Apex Legends deserves to die 100% without a doubt. All right, so the first part we got to talk about obviously is the gameplay of Apex Legends. Now, if you have played this game for a very, very, very long time, you know that one of the main features of getting a win, getting kills, surviving any match in Apex, for the most part, is third parties, right? Now, third parties have, they've kind of existed, not only in the real world, but in other games like that. But I have never seen in playing such a game where the third party is essential to winning as an Apex. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't even use the term third parties until I started playing this game. The amount of jumping you have to do to get a win, to get kills, to survive, or to even get away is crazy. And it's not just like you getting jumped by another squad. In Apex Legends, it's sometimes, I want to say dozens of squads, but it's multiple squads. I've been 8 partied, 10 partied with my friends, out here getting jumped by 6+ different squads. Imagine, it's 2v2, right? You're in duos. That's what I normally played back in the day. It's 2v2, right? So it's 4 of y'all. Imagine out of nowhere, 16 players are now jumping all of y'all, and all of a sudden, it's a crazy brawl to see who's going to make it up out on top and who's going to get all the loot. Now, if that does happen, usually if you do survive all that, and you have all the loot, pretty much all the people drop, 9 times out of 10, you're probably going to win the game. So, as good as that sounds, that's just been another issue that people have been having, you know what I'm saying? Is the way that how the gameplay has kind of revolved around, ratting essentially, where, people like to hide around the map, just waiting to survive and then jumping other squads, which ends up as, the third parties, you know what I'm saying? And so Apex, they're out here trying to make these desperate changes. They're out doing whatever it takes to make the game playable, at least in their eyes, or to keep players in, retention, as I say. I just learned from my friend here, they were moving shields now from the ground, so you actually have to fight to get kills, which is kind of good. But at the same time, it kind of makes certain stuff like useless, like replicators useless and all that. And especially if you're like a ratting type of player, or if you're not that good of a player, it's gonna hurt your chances. Which I mean, I understand that, but still, to kind of follow in the format that like Fortnite's doing, Warzone is doing. Which to be fair, it makes the game balanced. You have to actually fight to get your shield up. You know what I'm saying? So you can make it cheap. That is fair. But there's just a bunch of other stuff that they're struggling with. You know what I'm saying? When is that for here's a good one right here, right? When they forced console players and PC players to play together, when they forced people to pretty much play cross-play, and so you couldn't play on your own separate platform, whatever, that definitely damaged your game a bit, because me and my friend were always doing good. Like, for console players, we're doing solid, we're doing great, and out of nowhere, we're seeing some try-hard out here on PC, out here with, with a mouse with like 3 different buttons, you know what I'm saying, out here, what I call wall strafing, but strafing in mid-air, knowing console players can't do that. I know Apex have been trying to deal with that for a minute, but I don't think that's been patched as of late. I could be wrong on that, but they're out here doing all these different type of moves where it pretty much is unfair to a console player to actually have a chance in the game. And overall, they keep making these type of gameplay changes to it doesn't make the game playable. It's not fun. You know what I'm saying? They also getting rid of all the modes. You know what I mean? Like all the good modes, like the Christmas event, what's called Winter Express. When you're out here going on the train, you have to battle for the train. That was good. They didn't even do it this year or the year before. You know what I'm saying? They had that one good game mode with Post Malone. I think it was like 3 strikes, something like that. That was the only good time I actually had fun playing Apex. And then As soon as that event ended or whatever, they extended it for a little bit and then they got rid of it, so you can't play it anymore. You know what I'm saying? They have their limited time modes that aren't battle royale that you would think they're kind of fun at first, right? And that's another issue I want to actually get into real quick with those game modes. Pretty much playing with randoms. That is one of the worst things about Apex Legends. Now, when you play other games with randoms, sometimes they're consistent, sometimes they're not. But what I remember me and my friend have actually realized when we play with randoms is how this is how it works. At least what we believe. This is how it works, right? And if you're new to Apex or you played Apex for a good minute, you may or may not relate or understand this. But we believe, right, as we were playing with randoms, we believe that there were three. If we're doing trios, there are three types of players. You have your really good player, right? Your really average player, all right, and then your really trash player, like your new, the people that don't know what they're doing, right? But if the more randoms you play with, that increases your chances, at least in our experience, of course, and some of y'all might be able to relate, where you're playing with a bunch of trash pretty much, right? Randoms that don't ping, randoms that just solo, they want to get their kills, they die, they start spamming, somebody help me, please, please help me, somebody please help me, like a bot, please somebody help me, when it was their fault, they dropped early, you know what I'm saying? And as soon as you know when a random dies and they leave the game, it's already a 2v3 in your trios. Now, you already know that you just about lost the game, pretty much. Especially if you're going against tryhards, yeah, you lost the game because you're going to need as many people as possible. Or you're going to have to be sneaky with the third parties, which are making it harder to do, obviously. So, they just have a lot of issues. And I understand they try to make some changes where they try to, make it harder for you to leave the game or banning you for like not playing a game, whether it's ranked or not ranked or in public, you know what I'm saying? And at that point, you know what I'm saying, I honestly don't care. I'd rather play Power World. I just got Power World, you know what I'm saying? I'd rather play Power World, bro. Whatever, not even trending game. I'd rather be on Minecraft than play Apex Legends, you know what I'm saying? The game is just not fun like that. And then one more thing I do also want to talk about gameplay in general is the trash legends and the nerfing. Now, if you played this game for a long time, y'all already know about what they did to our boy Caustic, bro. They nerfed this man so bad that the only way he's kind of good is if you're able to trap people. I'm not gonna lie, because if you cannot be used to trap a legend, you're able to get out of that, like run away and avoid, because you already know what he's going to do. He's not good anymore. He used to insta kill, you know what I'm saying? Well, not insta kill, but he used to do crazy damage. He used to be crazy good, crazily effective. Crazily effective. I'm sorry, I'm using that word, crazily. That's how good he used to be. And now he's just a bomb. I'm gonna be honest, he's a bomb. I see that. I'm like, dang, you just farting up the room, bro, because he's trash. You know what I'm saying? They had Lifeline. I remember back in the day, they had like the shield. The shield at one point, the invincible shield that you couldn't shoot through, and you were able to get a revive. That was clean, but they had to get rid of that. You know what I'm saying? And they have a bunch of new legends that keep adding that. When you watch the trailer, you get excited for a second. You think, oh boy, this legend about to go crazy. I used to watch a little bit of reactions to the Apex trailers, you know what I'm saying? You might see that in my video. And you're watching a trailer and you're like, wow, this legend looks great. I'm ready to play. I'm excited. Woohoo! And then you play the legend and you're like, okay, it's all right. And then eventually you realize whether they're either A, they're solid or they're good, you know what I'm saying? You're like, you see the legend, you're like, okay, I could use this. I definitely want to play this legend. Or B, you're just like, okay, this legend's kind of trash, and eventually you just never play with them again because they're not good. And I mean, it's not really their fault that the legend is trash. It depends on how they use it as well. But at the same time, when I say it's not their fault, it's because they think it's gonna be good, but they don't realize that, especially when they either buff or nerf the characters that are either good or not, because they also, I do want to say this real quick, they also do look at like how many people play certain legends too, to see like what they can do to make it better or make it worse, and because they want it more balanced out. And they're just making them worse at this point. I'm gonna be honest, they're making a lot of new legends that they think are going to be good. They're not that good. They're kind of trash. And at the end of the day, this downfall was deserved. You know what I'm saying? This downfall was deserved. But some of these legends not being good. I can't hate. I'm not gonna lie. I can't hate on that. They don't know what they're doing, and at the end of the day, there's not much we can do about it. You could either keep playing the game, or just give up, do something else with your life. Honestly, that's what you can really do. All right, the next part I do want to talk about is monetization. Now, if my calculations should be correct, because I haven't played this game in a couple of months, it's been a while, and I will put up some screenshots of stuff I actually had screenshotted at the time. I think this game, they're already, their parent company is EA, so obviously that should be a red warning flag. It should be ding like ding 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 ding. It's not good. Like woo. You should be alerted that some monetization scam about to go on. They about to try to run your pockets. They're trying to make you broke. And so what I remember was I think about 100 coins. I have it written down here too. I think about 100 coins was about $1. And I put up on screen here some of the prices that I at least recorded. I should actually put something up where like even the screen's not even fixed. You know what I'm saying? They want you to pay all this money, but they can't even give you a proper menu when you're playing the game. And they're out here selling these customizations, these skins, these charms out of all things, like a charm and like these trash bundles. I'm gonna be honest, for like 20, 30 plus dollars. And I'm looking at this stuff, I'm like, people are buying this. I'm like, you can get like a free, if you play the game for a little bit, you can get like a free legend skin like pretty easily. I've never spent a cent on the game, and I think almost all the characters that I've played, they already have a legendary skin. Like, it's not that hard. You really don't even need a legendary skin to look good. I know some people want to buy it, you know what I'm saying? But you don't even need a legendary skin to look good in the game. Because sometimes they have their events, then they look solid. But even if you do want those legendary skins, that either A, you can literally just buy for free. I mean, I don't know why you're going to the store and buy it, or you can buy it at the store for overpriced and think people are going to accept it, right? People are going to accept this nonsense from you. Well, some people are due, because there are shills. I'll get to that. There are shills for Apex Legends. There are people that will die for this game. I understand their whole life, their whole career was pretty much built on this game, and I understand that if any of y'all are watching this video somehow and you're seeing that you spent your life, or not your life, but your career pretty much on this game. This game has changed your life. I understand. This video may offend you, but you have to understand that this company does not care about you. Respawn is a business, right? EA is a business. So I'll have to understand, right? I'm a business major, right? So I already understand. They really tell you this. A goal of a business is to make profit and to be sustainable, right? So they will do whatever it takes to be sustainable. If they're saying a bunch of people are just playing the game for free and not spending any dollars, instead of fixing their game, what Respawn and probably EA is telling them to do is says, hey, drop another skin, drop another charm, drop this, drop that, drop something, drop some merch, screw it, drop some what they have, the U2s, bro, drop that, drop anything so we can steal as much money as possible. You know what I'm saying? They out here charging you all this money, right? All this money for basic trash. I'm not gonna lie, I'd rather pay cheaper for a Fortnite skin than buy whatever the cheapest thing they have in Apex, because I know it's gonna be a ripoff. They're out here trying to charge you for a heirloom. Me and my friend, we used to think that we had heard in the past that if you got like $100 or so, you could get like a free heirloom, right? And that's not true. You pretty much have to buy what they call like the shards, I think, just to have a chance to even get the heirloom. And I just recently saw they had like the Apex Legends season 20 trailer that just came out a few days ago. The season has released, whatever, and they had advertising it like 150 like free shards or whatever. I think on the very bottom of the screen it was like you have to complete all the events, or you have to purchase something. These people are trying to make money off of you. That's the only way you're gonna get this stuff for free. Okay, they say stuff is free, but in reality, it's you having to spend either a lot of time, or if you want to be cheap and lazy, you can pay your way to get to the top, to pay your way to get what you want. And if you have the money and the capacity to do that, be my guest. Okay, if you want to do that, if you want to spend $50+ on some pretty much reskins, I'm going to be honest, because some of them are reskins. If you want to spend that much money for a reskin, hey, be my guest. If you have no money, literacy, no financial literacy at all, and you don't know what you're doing, be my guest, because this can't be it. Like, as an average person, with or without money, the average person can see this is a scam. They are here trying to, I don't want to really say this word woke, but I already made a video on that in the past. I'll link that in the description, or as a card or whatever. But these people are out here trying to make more of a political statement than actually put effort into their game. That's just the honest truth, right? I did talk about the video, I said that, I'm gonna say this now too. Nobody cares about sexuality. Nobody cares about political statements. We don't care about that. You see Fortnite and Warzone, they're just out here dropping game, like their game modes or whatever. They're out here just making the game playable for the most part. You know what I'm saying? You know, they got hackers and all that, but they're trying to make the game playable. They're trying to keep people entertained. And Apex out here trying to drop. They're out here trying to drop in their trailers, whatever. They're out here trying to drop some political message that nobody cares about. That's another reason why people don't even like this game. And that's kind of minor. That's not really a major reason. But nobody cares. We're just trying to play a battle royale game, okay? PUBG, we don't care. You know what I'm saying? PUBG, we don't care. Fortnite, we don't care. Warzone, we don't care. Apex, hey, they gotta make a political move for some reason, right? EA said, hey, we need support. We need this free money, bro. You know, it's 2020. Hey, get this money now. You know what I'm saying? You know, hey, let's use people dying and people's tragedies and, you know, movements and all that for profit. That's pretty much what they're doing. Like I did say, you know, it is a business move. Apex Legends is pretty much becoming corrupted by EA. And if y'all don't understand that, I don't know how to help y'all. Okay? These people do not care about you. They rather become woke. I really hate saying that, but they rather become woke. They rather chase a political message than fix their game. They rather say, hey, you know what? Let's force these random characters to be trans, LGBT, you know, make them suffer from like some police brutality. I don't think that's even in the game, but if you've seen the trailers, you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? Let's make some of these characters, let's make their sexualities, like what was her name, Catalyst, a selling point. Her being trans was a selling point. Nobody cares. If you saw, like I said, I will put that card up. You can watch that full video there where I kind of break it down. Nobody cares. We just want to see if the legend's good or not. But instead they're doing this so they can help bring, you know, all the more left-wing players, you know what I'm saying, to get them into their game. So when they see all this money that they're dropping, they're supporting these people, you know what I'm saying, they're supporting these communities, trying to help them out. You know, when they try to put the little cards up saying, you know, oh, we're here supporting this and that. Do you think some of them care? Do you think some of them care? No. Some of the people in Respawn, they do care. I'm not gonna lie. Some of them, you know, they care about, you know, different groups and all that. But you think the higher ups really care about these movements? No. They're using these movements to make money. They're using these movements to select different type of people to go play their game, so they think they're supporting such and such movements, thinking that, you know, they're all here for goodwill and good gesture, right? And so they can keep playing the game, have a bit of fun, and if they think the consumer thinking they're having a good enough time, they're going to spend overpriced amount of money on trash. If no one told you that, hey, I'm the first to tell you. Hey, I hope you learned something, because that's pretty much what EA is just trying to do. Like, even ignoring all the stuff I just said, you can ignore everything I just said, and all it takes is just a little bit of common sense to literally look at what they're trying to do. Look at the overpriced trash that they're trying to do. It's really not that hard to comprehend. This company, man, I mean, they're desperate for money. I can't lie, y'all. They're desperate for money. And so that goes on to the final thing I do kind of want to talk about, and then I'll get on to how we should fix this game, right? Is the game is dying. The game has been falling off. So right here, well, you can't see, but I'll probably try to link it up. Right here on my screen, I have, based off of Steam charts, you know what I'm saying? Well, you don't know what I'm saying. But right here, I have pretty much Steam charts of all the, pretty much the play count from all the years, actually. And so we can see about in 2020, you know, that's as far back as it goes on Steam charts. It's about 112,000 players. And as I'll put it up on screen, as we scroll through further and further, we'll see that the game slowly builds up from up to about 2022. But I have a peak at about January 2023 at about 600,000. Okay, explain to me how within a year, literally within a year, we went from 600,000 to, before this season dropped, of 267,000, right? That is almost a 400,000 player count drop. How does that make sense? What have you been doing the last year, EA? What have you been doing the last year, Respawn? What is going on, Respawn? Your game is dying and they're borderline doing nothing. If you go on Reddit, YouTube, you're gonna see all these videos saying Apex is dying, why Apex is trash, why does nobody want to play Apex anymore? Apex is so bad, all these hackers ruining the game, all these exploits ruining the game, all these changes ruining the game, everything pretty much ruining the game. Why is it like that? Why is it like that? And like I've said on the monetization, I will tell you why it's like that. It's because Respawn doesn't know what they're doing anymore. When the whole Battle Royale craze came out, I'm telling you literally right now, when the whole Battle Royale came out, right? The whole craze in like 2018, 2019, 2020, all that, especially 2020, you know, where everybody was at home at COVID. We had Fortnite, PUBG, Warzone, Apex, we had Royal Rumble, we had Spellbreak, we had all these games. It's called fatigue, y'all. That's why this game is falling off and why the other games are still alive. It's called fatigue. The Battle Royale market has become so saturated now that people do not want to play it anymore. That's pretty much the honest truth. That's the short version, but I'll give you all the long version right now. Or not the long version, but a little more detailed version here, pretty much. You have so many Battle Royales out, right? Apex, like I said all of them. I pretty much said most of them, right? What was the other game? Darwin Project. Like, literally, there's so many. There's so many Battle Royales. The market is oversaturated. You have all these different type of Battle Royales. They have all these different type of concepts. Some of them are great. Some of them are trash. Some of them are quick cash grabs. Some of them people have spent their actual time on. You know what I'm saying? And it's been multiple years, though. Since like 2018? Since I was back in middle school, bro. 2017, 2018, Fortnite. It's almost, about 7 years since Fortnite pretty much came out. At least the Battle Royale when it was popping off. I think Fortnite came out in like 2012, 2013. With like Save the World, so almost 10 years. And you know, the concept of Battle Royale has existed way longer than that. Minecraft Hunger Games, that concept. Y'all remember that from back in the day? Like, the Battle Royale concept has been oversaturated. It's been overdone. It's been overused. And so we're seeing all these different companies. You know, we have Warzone. They have their different game modes. They even have, you know, the campaign mode and all that type of stuff. You have Fortnite now, which I started getting back into recently. I didn't think Fortnite was going to be good. I'm not going to lie. I was like, I'm never going to play Fortnite again. I don't think I touched that game in like 3, 4, 5 years. I think the last time I touched that game was maybe one time in like 2023, 2022. But like overall, I haven't really touched a game like that in like 4 or 5 years. I go back on it, this joint looking like Roblox. This is looking like a completely different game. You don't have to do Battle Royale anymore. I know people were complaining a little bit on collabs, and you know, Apex, they're trying to do little collabs here and there, like Final Fantasy and like Post Malone, which aren't bad. They're actually kind of solid. But the game has been dying off, so nobody really cares anymore. That's the problem. Apex waited too late. Fortnite was playing the long game. Y'all might have been hating on Fortnite with the collab with Disney and all these type of different companies and different types of works. But that's what's helping them keeping their game alive. You know, they understood what the players wanted. You know, they knew that all these players wanted the skins. You know, that they understood how to price them reasonably. They understood how to keep, you know, different people from playing the game as well. They understood that, you know, they understood literally that Battle Royale was going to eventually die off. So they understood that, and they started pretty much making a Roblox clone, right? Where they have all these different type of games within the Fortnite engine. I believe it's Unreal Engine, because I believe Epic actually made that or something like that. Within the Fortnite engine, right? Within the Fortnite game, you can play a multitude of different type of games within Fortnite that aren't even Battle Royale. You can have a blast. They have so much. They have racing. They have all different type of stuff. Warzone, they have all those different type of game modes, even though they're all shooter related. They have all different type of game modes. They had DMZ. Hopefully they fixed that. I don't know. It's been a while. But they had DMZ, where it's pretty much like Escape from Tarkov. All these different type of game modes. And what does Apex have? Gun Run. What was the other one? I don't remember the other one. Or, well, there was arenas in the past. Pretty much, they don't have anything good. I think it was Team Deathmatch. That was the other one. That was literally the other two they only have. Gun Run, Team Deathmatch. I might be missing one. I'll put it up on screen probably. But that's all they have in Battle Royale. Okay, I'll just go to a different game. They might ban you. Okay, I'll literally just go to a different game. I don't care. They're not doing anything to keep their game alive. Yes, I just looked at some of the stuff real quick here for season 20 here. They're out here making the changes. They're changing the way that some of the characters are being utilized. They're changing it where different characters have different moves. They have upgrades now. They're updating crafting. They're having like I said, the legend upgrades. I'm just like quickly going through it right now. They're changing some of the stuff with balancing. They're changing stuff that go into care package like they always do. Weapons attachments, nerfing or buffing weapons. You know what I'm saying? They're out here just changing different type of movements to make the game a little different. They're updating maps. They have their modes here where, let me see what they have. They have gun mode. They have gun run, so like I did say, and they have straight shot, which I'm not gonna lie, that might be kind of solid. That might be the one good thing that I would almost consider re-downloading the game for. Straight shot. Right? Rank, they're kind of changing rank now, which is kind of good because a lot of people in rank, they usually just rap just to survive and then try to get kills so they can get their stats up. They're kind of fixing exportations and all that type of stuff. They're kind of doing stuff now, but it's kind of late because nobody cares anymore. Nobody cares about this game anymore. The game sucks. That's just the truth. The game sucks. Like, why would I try to download a game that's 100 and something gigabytes? What was it like when I deleted it? I got back like 120, 130 gigabytes of storage. When I could just get Fortnite, and it's only like 50 gigabytes. It's like almost a third of the space. And it's better. That's the thing, it's better. Fortnite right now, as of the making of this video, is better than Apex. So why would I get Apex again? Why should you play Apex still? Or even re-download it back? Because the game is trash. People on Reddit know the game is trash. You can literally go on Reddit right now, real quick. I want to say this. You can literally go on Reddit right now and see all the people complaining about it, even still with this new season. I literally just checked before I started making this video. So you can't even say, well, actually it might be changing depending on when you watch it. But if you watch this, like literally when this video releases, you can literally go in there right now and see people still complaining about the game. Before season 20 came, I wish I should have recorded it. You should have saw all the posts that were just complaining about how trash the game is. This game is falling off and it is deserved 100% without a doubt. You should have no sympathy for this fall. In fact, you should be grateful that Apex is actually dying. I can't believe I'm saying that after all these years. But you should be glad Apex is actually dying. Because before I do end this video, I want to say that me and my friend who helped, I want to shout out my boy Justin. Y'all might have seen him in the shorts or whatever. Shout out my boy Justin for helping me make this list a bit. He actually had one statement on how this game could actually be fixed. I had another one, but I want to say his first. And honestly, that was Titanfall 3. He said the only way Apex Legends could be fixed is with Titanfall 3. Because he said the quicker this game dies, the quicker this game falls off, the quicker the game doesn't make any more profit, is the quicker we will all hopefully get Titanfall 3. Those were his words, not mine. The quicker the game falls off and dies, the quicker we get Titanfall 3. Is that true? Potentially. That may or may not be true exactly. Because we know how Respawn works. You know, they will do whatever it takes to make a buck. So if they have another idea that will make them more money than Apex ever will, they will gladly hop onto that. And I do feel bad for a lot of people whose careers pretty much depend on Apex Legends. You know, I don't want any of these people losing a job. I don't want none of these people suffering, you know, because their game is falling off because of the corrupt, you know, stockholders and, you know, the supervisors and the higher ups. The people out here making millions, potentially billions, in the company of EA. So these people do lose their jobs because they want as much money as possible, knowing, I'm gonna be careful here, knowing dang well that they don't know a single thing about gaming at all. But the only thing they know is how they can chase as many bans as possible, how many dollar bills as possible, how they can trick the consumer as long as possible to keep all this money funneling in while you, the consumer, slowly become broke off of pretty much a ripoff. Apex Legends is borderline becoming a scam. I mean, that's the honest truth. It's borderline becoming a scam. If you haven't even realized that yet, I mean, I don't know what to tell you. Like, it's the honest truth. It's the honest truth, man. They don't care about you no more. They really don't. But I do actually want to say one more thing about how I think this game could be fixed, or at least potentially live longer, you know, put it on life support, literally, you know. You thought Lifeline was putting you on life support? Nah, they need real life support to save this game. And one of the things I did say and kind of thought was like doing something similar to Fortnite, where you pretty much have, like, you don't get rid of some of the game modes. Like, they need more different type of game modes that aren't just like, I don't want to say like shooter based, because, you know, it's a battle royale, you know, they all have guns. But, you know, just bring a different mode that you can keep, you know. It's getting tired of doing the same like borderline battle royale shooting thing. We're seeing all the different type of games. Like, you could try maybe something like Warzone. I don't know what you can do at this point. I mean, you got all these abilities. You could do something. You can make, you know, maybe like parkour maps. You can make different type of events where, you know, you travel around the map. You know, interact with NPCs, and maybe make a PvE game mode. I don't know, do something. You know, fix characters that people have been complaining about for years now. I don't know. Give people Titanfall 3. I literally don't know what else these guys can do. Quit the political agenda and just make a good game. Stop charging people ridiculous amount of prices for trash that you can get pretty much for free if you just play the game for a little bit. Like I did say, I was a free-to-play player. And I got all the skins I wanted. I didn't have to pay a single cent. Okay, so who cares if some of the skins look a little cooler? Do they want to pay $30 for that? No, that's stupid. That's not being financially literate at all. That's being stupid. Do you want to be stupid? I don't think y'all want to. So don't fall for a scam anymore. Fix the gameplay. You know, make the game less about getting third parties. Find ways to make the games less about third parties. You know what I'm saying? I know they're changing the thing about shield now. That's good. That's going to help people avoid third parties now, because now people aren't going to be chasing other people for better shield. But you have to find other ways to avoid the third parties. You're not worried about getting a third party in Fortnite for the most part, or Warzone, or most other battle royales. It might happen, but it's not a main feature of the game. Your game's not doing about getting a third party. You know? Keep making those gameplay changes that you were making. I'm looking at some of them and they're kind of good. Not all of them are good, but some of them are kind of good. Keep making better gameplay features, you know what I'm saying? Keep making stuff that people want to come back into and play their game. Don't make nonsense, don't make trash. If you do all that and you make the game reasonable, and you know, you make all the different modes, you make pricing better, you improve gameplay as you're still trying to do, you know what I'm saying? You're actually kind of fixing your game instead of dropping a random legend that people think is going to be good, and within the first week or so, it's falling off harder than Hiroshima. That might have been out of pocket. You don't need your game falling off harder than, well, you can make any analogy you want with that one. I'm not going to. But you get the point. The game needs help now. It is at a critical point where within this next year or so will probably be the defining factor of whether this game is still alive or not. Is this game going to die? Honestly, if they don't fix their game within the next few months, I'm going to give them within like the next season or two. So probably about fall. So about 6 months from now. 6 months or so. They have pretty much until like the next 2 seasons to pretty much fix the game. If they don't fix their game, you know, their Steam player count still going down and all that. If they don't do that, the game's going to die. They might do a little send-off event here and there. And if I'm right, then I mean, I warned y'all. But y'all just have to start giving these people money, honestly. That's all you can really do. Keep giving them your concerns. Keep telling them what they need to do to make the game better. Because at the end of the day, you as the consumer decide what happens. You see in games like Pal World, Helldivers, all these little indie companies here and there, they're out here blowing up out of nowhere because people want to play these games. Stop buying this AAA trash nonsense. Stop falling for these scams. They look good, yes. Are they actually good? No. Are some of them good? Yes. Those games you keep supporting. But when they fall off, when they change their ways for profit, that's when you need to, you know, set a line, set a boundary and say enough is enough. Either y'all gonna say, hey, we're gonna take charge, we're gonna take a stand on what we believe and what we think is right, or we're gonna say, hey, look, I've had enough of this nonsense. I don't want to play this trash anymore. And you're gonna let games like Apex Legends die once and for all. No buts, no ifs, no respawning. Just right back to the lobby. Back where they truly belong.